Assalamu alaikum guys, and welcome to another episode of Smile to Jannah. John Lewis is a retail store here in the UK, and its Christmas advert is a big deal. To such a degree, they say that until John Lewis's advert doesn't come out, Christmas has not started.
الله to Jannah.
So let me give you the quick synopsis. There's a kid who finds an alien in the forest. They meet, and the way they bond is the kid tells him about Christmas and celebrates Christmas with him in the forest. Then the alien goes home. Yeah, I know they probably spent thousands making that advert, but it's pretty much what happened, yeah? Now, let's get to the nitty-gritty. Both kids were 14 years of age. Yeah, the kid from Earth was a black kid, which of course is a problem for the racists. So they started going mental on Twitter. I think it's good when TV does this every now and then because it takes the racists out of the holes that they're in so we can identify who they are, frankly. But the alien, however, was depicted as gender neutral. Have a look. Is they a boy or is they a girl? And on top of that, in the middle of the advert, when both of them are bonding, they're watching a program in which two people are kissing. Then they look at each other. Oh, there's this energy between them. Ho ho ho! They're 14-year-old kids, for God's sake. One of them's a flaming alien. And even then, there needs to be some sort of, you gotta bring sexuality into it. And then in the end, of course, they gotta make sure that, their agenda's made clear. And the alien kisses him and then they go. So, two things here. Why on earth are they so intent on sexualizing our kids? And number two, why are they so intent on creating gender confusion amongst them? If they're not confused enough, mate. And even kids channels like Cartoon Network, they boast in 2018 of having their first LGBT wedding. While all that's going on, you got some people identifying as a cat, and of course there's a gender called arbor gender, where a person identifies as a tree.
What?
Now imagine, someone owes you money and you're hotting them up. In the middle of the conversation, my man starts identifying as a plum tree. Flaming Nora. You know what? In that situation, I'm gonna identify as a lumberjack, mate. Guys, gone are the days where you can just passively raise your kids.
Stick them in front of the telly, love.
Just hand her an iPad and shut her up.
Gone are the days where the extent of your deen is just the Jummah Salah. Because if you don't practice your religion, then it's gonna impact your kids. And the repercussion it can have on your kids, it's just too much nowadays. Atheism, it's gone to LGBT. A child's confused about their moral compass. In fact, atheism has no moral compass. So if they leave the religion, they leave that morality. And listen, look, our morality as believers comes from God. We call it objective morality. But godless people, atheists, their morality comes from the pain and pleasure principle of Jeremy Bentham and then later on John Stuart Mill. They say if pleasure is more than pain, good. And of course it shouldn't harm people and the majority need to be okay with it. These are principles that we are seeing being manipulated today. This is being exploited today by the media manufacturing people's consent. And this is how we see people winning elections and people doing all sorts of madness. In fact, when you speak to an atheist, I challenge you to ask him or her, or they, that if incest, that's brother and brother, sister, mother, son, father, daughter, incest, if incest took place between two consenting adults that were using protection, is it wrong? They will not be able to prove that it's wrong. And that's why you've got their leading academics like Lawrence Krauss and Richard Dawkins.
Two sisters, they can't produce children which are disabled, they're in love, and they're not harming anyone. So my question is, apart from saying it's disgusting, weird, and therefore wrong, can you give one good reason as to why two people who are in love and not harming people shouldn't be together?
I think you're absolutely right. I can see no reason at all why these two sisters shouldn't should marry if they want to.
Why is incest wrong?
It's not clear to me that it's wrong.
Okay.
It's clear to me. There's an evidence. No, listen to me.
And then they can't prove that intercourse with animals is wrong.
As long as you're not hurting the animal. I'm also in favor of animal rights.
And ask them about necrophilia. Can you prove having intercourse with a dead body, mate, is wrong? And that's why you hear on Sky News this guy getting jiggy with a stiffy.
What?
And that's the thing. Yes, it's in the news and people are saying, yeah, it's wrong. But tomorrow, if everybody agrees it's okay, within the moral structure of the West, how are you going to say that it is wrong? May Allah protect us. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, don't forget your salahs and please learn about your religion for God's sake. Let's leave it there, guys. Until next time. Assalamu alaikum.